Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School basketball coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Kerry Schneider, along with Jason Stom and Kenny Speed filling in for Jeremy Marcos on your video this afternoon. And tonight, the Wildcats are on the road again as they will travel to Harrison County to take on the Corydon Central Panthers here at Corydon Central High School. Jason, of course, the Wildcats coming in a ball game off a big victory last night, decidedly victory over the Boonville Pioneers at Boonville, 58-21. The Panthers last night are 2-4, while the Wildcats are 5-1. Panthers 2-4. They are coming off the heels of a defeat last night against Scottsburg, 56-53. And right now the Cats coming into this contest rolling a little bit on, I believe, a 3-game winning streak as we think in the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, you're right. We're on a little bit of a roll. I think we're starting to play well. Last night, we played really well last night. I don't want to take anything away from that game. Anytime somebody sees a lopsided score like that, they automatically think that the team that they were playing, maybe wasn't that good.
Right.
And I'm not taking anything away from Boonville, but we played really well. Talked to a couple of the coaches, and they were very pleased with the way that we had played last night. And the thing is, you got to be able to turn that around and come back out here tonight and do the same thing. You get into the tournament there in first part of March, and one game is good, but you got to be able to repeat that, to win 2 or 3 to win a sectional. So, and a lot of times they could be on back-to-back nights. So it's very important for us to come out tonight and set the tone, set the tempo, play with the energy that we played with last night.
And this is, of course, this could be a loud atmosphere here at Corydon Central. The team that perhaps maybe doesn't have a whole lot, it's a whole lot to lose, as it is a loud gym tonight here and so forth. So the Cats need to kind of be on their heels and play their game.
Yeah, you're right. This is a nice little gym. First time I've ever been to this school. It kind of reminds me of the old gym, just on a smaller version of the Jasper High School gym.
Yeah.
Just a smaller version of it. But, it's nice to get out and get to play different teams like this. I think last year was the first time we had played them, and we get the opportunity to come to Corydon tonight and see what happens.
So Bryce Weber and Connor Foley will do battle for the tip, and the ball will be controlled by the Panthers. They have Austin Vaughn, Bryce Weber, Nolan Abels, Anthony Martin, and Tyler Fessel are their starting 5. For the Cats, the normal starting 5 are Gus Heichelbeck, Connor Foley, Grant Young, Carter Mundi, and Tanner Ernie. I want to note Austin Vaughn, number 55, is really going to be a nice matchup. You're going to see low with our 55, Gus Heichelbeck, as they almost kind of mirror each other.
Yeah, they do. Size-wise, they're, height-wise, plus.
Here's a steal by the Wildcats as the shot was blocked as number 21, Grant Young, tried to lay it up, but the Cats maintained possession. Here's a 3 by Heichelbeck. It misses, no good. And the Wildcats come up short on their first possessions, no score.
Gus last year was, one of our better three-point shooters, and I'm not sure.
I don't think he's hit one yet this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, Craig and I were talking about it in one of the previous games that, I don't think he's hit one yet. So, again, I'd like to see him stay inside.
I would rather. I was going to say about the same thing. I'm sorry, but I just don't think the three-point shot is really in his equation.
It's not that it's not bad that he can shoot it, but he doesn't need. I think he shoots it a little more often than maybe what we want him to. Yeah.
Here's an inbound pass down low, and it looks like number 11 for the Panthers, Anthony Martin, stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, Corydon's coming out in a man-to-man, so, that's a little switch from what we've been used to seeing. Teams have been zoning us lately, so we'll see what we can do against this.
No score. Here's a shot put up around and in as it bounces through for number 15, Carter Mundi. The Wildcats draw first blood 2-0.
Carter did a good job of catching the ball, squaring up to the basket, and seeing what it had, and he had a lane to the basket, and he took it.
Martin over to the left wing to Fessel. Now here's Martin again, back to Fessel. Fessel will fire a shot from the wing, no good. And Gus Heichelbeck comes up to rebound for the Wildcats. He'll deal it off to Young. He'll bring it down low to Foley. Foley reverse layup up and in.
Connor's got too much quickness for Vaughn to try to guard him. Vaughn needs to stick with Gus.
First points of the night for the Wildcats senior forward. 4-0 is our score. Panthers on the attack.
One thing I've noticed this year, we've been playing pretty good man-to-man defense. Sometimes
Martin with the three, no good.
Sometimes we get caught up in trying to help a little bit too much probably, and that's what happens on backdoor cuts.
Here's a three by Carter Mundy. It comes up short, and rebound comes to the Panthers, and they'll bring it down the floor. Here's Weber down the lane. Scoops shot up, no good.
That's not good defense, though. I mean, he brought the ball all the way down the floor and went straight to the bucket, and we didn't have anybody pick him up and stop him.
Here's a three by Grant Young as up and in.
Somebody forgot to guard him.
Grant Young with his first bucket is a three. 7-0 Jasper. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Cats jump out on top. Here's a whistle and a traveling violation as it looked like Tyler Fessel drug a foot. Lost his balance a little bit as he paused to make a pass. So the Wildcats get the basketball back, leading 7-0. Ernie over to actually the Heichelbeck now, top of the key. And here is Foley to whistle. It's going to be an offensive foul, yes. As Foley knocked Panther down to the deck. So for the Wildcats, Foley with his first personal, foul of the ball game.
Foley hit Martin pretty good there. I think Martin felt like he got hit by a train.
He hit the deck like he did.
Yeah. Connor had one thing in mind when he caught that, and he was going to the basket.
Martin, top of the key, finds Fessel over on the left wing. Now to Vaughn. Weber. Here is Fessel, drives the baseline, deals it off to Vaughn, who missed the tip in.
They had 3 chances there and couldn't get any of them to convert.
Jasper brings it up the floor. Young looks at the three and does not fire, but here's a three by number 15, Connor Mundy. And he's got his 5th point of the ball game, and we have a timeout called with the score. Jasper jumps out to a 10-0 lead with 4:04 to play in the first quarter. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central where the Wildcats lead at 10-0. After a timeout, the Panthers had the basketball, looking for their first points of the game, Jay.
Yeah, Jack Albrand's checked in for Tanner, I believe. Yeah, Tanner Ernie's on the bench, so got Jack in. There's going to be a charge too, yep.
So a player control foul against, looks like number 11, Anthony Martin, number 11 for the Panthers. So both teams with a foul apiece, both on the offensive side of the ball. And looks like, as you mentioned, Jack Albrand in the lineup now for Jasper, and looks like we got number 23, Owen Shireman, getting ready to check in for Joseph Hinton's ball club. Here's a three from the corner, up and in by number 15, Carter Mundy, his 2nd straight 3-point basket. He's got 8, 13-5.
Corydon had switched to a zone defense that time, and somebody forgot to get out and guard Carter.
So the Panthers looking for their first points, and a shot is blocked by Foley. Panthers maintain possession.
It was a good block from behind, but I don't know if he got a lot of body because Vaughn went flying out of bounds like he got hammered. But
here's a three up and in by number 11, Anthony Martin, and the Panthers have their first points of the night, 13-3.
They're in a 2-3 zone, looks like.
Albrand deals it to Foley.
Now they're playing man.
Here's Young with it inside the circle. Young right-hand dribble. Finds down Heichelbeck down low. Gus puts a shot up, no good. Rebound comes to Austin Vaughn for the Panthers. Abels back to Martin. Fessel, right side. Martin. Abels back to Martin. Martin fires a three from the top of the key. He's got it. He has it. He's got all 6 of the Panthers' points on a pair of 3-pointers. 13-6 is the score.
He's got a nice looking shot. Nice looking outside shot. Foley's trying to guard him. He's going to have to get out on him a little bit better than what he has been.
So the Cats with the basketball, leading 13-6. A minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Heichelbeck down low. Turns and the shot's no good. Rebound Panthers. We trail it by 7. 13-6. Here's a steal by the Wildcats. Grant Young takes it up off the glass and in. Grant Young has his 5th point. It's 15-6 Jasper with a minute and 5 to go in the first quarter.
That's a nice play. You know, by the time that Corydon looks like they might be getting back in the game, they have a careless pass and ends up in a layup for us.
Here's a shot from the corner by Nobles, or Fessel, I should say, is no good. Jasper comes down with the rebound. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Heichelbeck fires a 3 from the wing, misses this time. 15-6 is the score. Here's a 3 by Martin, no good. Rebound Jasper.
Biggest difference on that 3 as opposed to the other ones was he had his feet set on the other ones, and there he didn't.
Wildcats come up short on that quick possession. But maintain a 15-6 lead with 20 seconds to go. Panthers may work for the last shot here. Abels down low to Weber, who is fouled by the Wildcats.
That's kind of a set play that they ran there. They had their point guard kind of penetrate and dribble a little bit, and the wing player kind of popped out to the wing, and then as soon as he got out there, he back cut, made a nice bounce pass to him.
Looks like, was that, they said 11 on the scoreboard, but that was Albrand who got the foul.
Yeah, it was Albrand.
So Jack Albrand picks up his first. Substitutions, Howard and number 23 for the Wildcats.
Engler.
Spencer Englert. Owen Shireman and freshman T-Mac Wilson come in for the Panthers. Free throw is up and in. 11-8 is the score. Basket is good at the buzzer. The score, Jasper 18, Corydon Central 8 after 1. Back after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central High School where the Wildcats lead at 17-8 as we head into the second quarter of play. Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stom and Kenny Speed on camera tonight. Big start for the Wildcats, Jason.
It was a good start. 17 points, that's a pretty good quarter for us. I'd say we're averaging around 10 or 12. So now we just got to keep pushing and keep executing on offense. We've got a whole kind of new lineup in there now with Howard and
Spencer Engler and Howard, yeah.
Foley's in the middle.
Here down low and up and in is Tanner Ernie for his first 2.
It was a nice cut.
Nice feed.
Jack Albrand, I believe, on the wing, seen him and got him the basketball.
So Albrand with the assist. And the Wildcats with an 11-point lead, 19-8. Here's a shot, rolls around, no good. Rebound by Vaughn. Vaughn misses. Ball will be off, look like 21, or 11, Tanner Ernie. And the the Panthers will have possession. So 19-8 is our score with 7:11 to go in the first half of play. Jasper with the lead. Panthers with the basketball, move around. Here's a 3 from the wing, no good by number 35, T-Mac Wilkinson.
He's a freshman. He's shot 2 times in that possession.
And whistle and a traveling violation against Jasper as Anthony Martin will come back in, as will Gus Heichelbeck for Jasper. Martin's a big boy, or Wilkinson, I should say, is a big boy, 6'4".
Yeah.
Freshman.
Yeah, he's good-looking freshman. Or I mean, play-wise, I mean, physically-wise, for a freshman, he's got a good build on him.
19-8 is their score. Jasper with the lead by 11. Here's a drive to the baseline, loses the handle, out of bounds, and it will belong to the Wildcats. As for the Cats, Grant Young and Carter Mundy come back into the lineup. Tyler Fessel also checks back in for Joseph Hinton's club. Here's a whistle and a offensive foul away from the ball, it looks like.
They're going to get Howard, I believe, for setting a back screen on him.
So Cameron Howard with his first personal, third team foul for the Cats. One foul so far against Corydon Central. 19-8 is their score with 6:24 to play. Panthers with the basketball.
I don't like the matchup that we have over there with Martin and Heichelbeck right here.
Here's Martin right
now
on the top of the key.
Switch. Maybe that's what happened there. I don't know, but
here's a three up and in by number 23, Owen Shireman, off the bench for his first bucket of the day.
Gus is trying to guard a guard out there, and that's not going to be a good combination for us.
Panthers have come back and cut it to 8. They're within double figures after the Wildcats stormed out to a big lead in this ball game. Panthers with the pair of threes, near a steal almost, and the ball rolls out of bounds off the hands of Anthony Martin. Tanner Ernie will inbound. Out to Young, and Young will bring it across the midcourt stripe. Connor Foley getting set to come back in for the Cats. Ernie drives up and in. Tanner Ernie with this second bucket of the ball game, both here in the second quarter. He's got 4, 21-11. Jasper back up by 10. Fessel looking for somebody down low, but here's a three on the way. It is short by number 23, Shireman. Jasper back with it. 5 minutes to go in the half. Heichelbeck whistle, and he's called for traveling. Foley checks back in for the Wildcats.
I don't know that he traveled there. Didn't know he had the ball long enough to even be able to get called for a travel, but the referee saw something, I guess.
Wildcats turn the ball over to the Panthers, who trail 21-11 with 4:43 to play in the first half. Martin, Weber, back to Martin. He looks at a three. He'll fire a three, and he'll miss it. Rebound, Heichelbeck. Young brings it up the floor rather quickly. Grant drives it to the baseline, looks back, looking for Heichelbeck down low. Instead, deals to Ernie.
It's a dangerous pass across court like that.
Ernie, Foley, Young, Mundy on the floor, as well as Heichelbeck, the original starting lineup. And speaking of Heichelbeck, he picks up his first bucket right there. 23-11 Jasper with 4:04 to play. So
Gus does a good job of being able to catch the ball and get himself back down into position to shoot the ball.
Here's a shot put up, no good. Rebound, Heichelbeck. That shot thrown up by number 23, Owen Shireman. Since he's come into the game, he's not shy of shooting the basketball. Here is the Wildcats with it here. Heichelbeck holds high, drives in the lane, spins, fires, missed the shot, no good. Basket rebounded by, or I should say, ball rebounded by Shireman. Here's Fessel.
That's not a good shot for Gus down there. He wasn't square to the basket. Should have took their time and got a better shot.
Here's another three jacked up and no good this time by T-Mac Wilkinson. Jasper with it. Foley down low, deals it out to Mundy. Mundy fires a three. It's short. Heichelbeck with the rebound. Put up and in. Gus Heichelbeck with his second bucket. He's got 4, 25-11. Cats by 14. As Albrand and Howard are getting set to check back in for the Cats. Pass down low to Martin. He misses a layup. No good, but a shot is tipped up and in by number 21, Bryce Weber. Weber with his second bucket. He's got 4. Here's a drive to the basket. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around, and it looks like Foley's got it now, and he loses the handle, and it'll belong to the Panthers. As I said, Albrand and Howard come back in for the Cats, while we have number 15, Nolan Abels, and number 55, Austin Vaughn, back in for the Panthers. 25-13, Jasper with the lead with nearing the 2.5-minute mark. Give and go, shot put up and good, and it'll count and he'll be fouled. Number 3, Tyler Fessel with the basket. Grant Young will get nailed on the personal. It'll be the 5th foul for the Cats. Young's first.
Kind of got caught sleeping there. The guy cut hard to the basket, and we didn't go with him and ended up in a 3-point play.
And which is completed with that free throw by Tyler Fessel, who has 3 of his own points. His first 3, 25-16 with 2:26 to go. Cats with the 9-point lead. Mundy deals it in the backcourt. Loses the handle, scramble for it. Back to Grant Young. Albrand on the right wing. Jack finds Foley on the top of the key. Connor drives, puts a shot up, no good, off the glass, and a foul is going to be called on Corydon Central.
Connor was a little out of control that time, going to the basket.
Owen Shireman, number 23, picks up the foul. His second, or first, I should say, team second. Foley will have a pair of free throws. First is good. Foley's got 3. Cats up by 10, 26-16 with exactly 2 minutes to play in the first half. Foley short on the second. Howard nearly with the rebound, but it comes down to the Panthers. Shireman with it to Fessel. Fessel drives the lane, puts a shot up, but it's blocked by Howard. Trying to save it as Aders, but it goes off. He throws it off of Foley, and the Panthers will maintain possession with 1:47 to go. Heichelbeck back in the lineup. Down low, shot again is blocked by Foley. The Cats come with it. Heichelbeck to Foley. Foley on the break. Connor takes it up. He's going to be fouled.
He probably should have made a pass there. He had a couple teammates on the other side, on the left side of the floor, with running in transition with him. And if he'd have got it to them, they'd have had a layup.
Foley will go back to the line with a pair of free throws. He was 1 of 2 just a second ago. Shireman picks up that foul. It's his second. First one bounces off the front or end, then falls through for Foley's 4th point of the day.
Englert and Martin are back in the game. Englert for Jasper, Martin for Corydon.
Foley looking for his 2 for 3 at the line. Make it 3 for 4 as he nails that. 5 points for the Wildcats forward. Fessel back to Martin. Martin drives to the baseline. Weber drives, puts it up and in. Bryce Weber with his 6 point. 2 here in the quarter. 1:19 to play. Jasper with the 10-point lead, 28-18. Heichelbeck deals it out to Albrand. Foley back to Jack. Grant now to Connor. Connor holds high. Englert. Down low to Gus Heichelbeck. Heichelbeck turns, puts a shot up and in. Gus Heichelbeck with 6 points here in the second quarter. 30-18. Jasper with the 12-point advantage.
He did a better job that time, Gus did, of going straight up and going to the basket instead of fading away. Got his shoulder square.
Here's a three from the corner, is no good by Bryce Weber. Martin comes up with it. He puts up a shot, and he is going to be fouled.
Foley.
So Connor Foley picks up his second, and Tanner Ernie will quickly come back in the contest along with Carter Mundy, but not before Anthony Barton will shoot the first of two, and he misses that.
Substitution for the Wildcats.
Foley and Englert come out.
So, as Jason said, Foley and Englert grab some rest time with 23 seconds to go before the half. Second free throw by Martin is no good, so Anthony Martin is 0 for 2 at that trip to the line. 30-18, sorry.
We need to get a good possession here, get the last shot to end the quarter.
Down to 10 seconds. Allbrand. Monday for three from the left side. It's no good. 3 seconds. Martin with it. 1 second. He'll fire a long-range three. Almost banks it in at the buzzer, but he does come up short as the Wildcats take a 30-18 lead into the locker room at halftime. Jasper 30, Corydon Central 18. Jason, just little thoughts of this first half of this game.
I thought it was kind of a game of spurts. You know, we were doing well there for a little bit, and then we kind of went in a lull where we got a little lazy with the ball, I thought. Didn't hit some shots that were makeable shots. Overall, though, I think, you know, that we're playing with pretty good energy tonight, which is good on a back-to-back night. It's easy to show up on the road and not be able to do that. So from that standpoint, I think we're doing all right. Overall, I mean, I think, you know, the first half was pretty decent. You know, obviously you got a 12-point lead, but, you know, as far as the way we're playing on the defensive end, I think we're doing pretty good. I think that's kind of a good point that we've had this year. You know, we've played good defense all year, actually. Good help side defense. And the other thing that I think that we're doing exceptionally well is rebounding. You know, especially on the defensive end. You know, we're getting guys blocked out. We're not giving them second chances. I don't think tonight they may have 2 or 3 times that they've had that, but other than that, it's one and done, and we're getting the ball and going the other direction.
They are moving the ball down the floor very well. I mean, like I said, they're with the ability the Cats have tonight to crash the boards and to quickly move back in transition.
Yeah, and you know, and it helps when we've got the 2 bigs inside like we do to be able to rebound, and that lets those guys rebound and lets the rest of them get the outlet pass and get the ball down the floor and be able to look to score quickly. So we're doing well with the rebounding.
Quick look at the scoring here for both clubs here at halftime. Bryce Weber and Anthony Martin both lead the Panthers with 6 points apiece. Martin with all 6 of his points in the first quarter on a pair of 3-pointers. 3 points apiece by Tyler Fessel and Owen Shireman off the bench for 3 points. For Jasper, they are led here at halftime by Carter Mundy with 8 points, 7 points for Grant Young, 6 by Gus Heichelbeck, 5 by Connor Foley, and Tanner Ernie. So all 5 of the Wildcats starters in the scoring column to start things off here in the first half of tonight's ball game, in which the Wildcats lead at halftime by the score of 30-18. We'll be back with the second half after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central High School, as we're about set to bring you the second half of basketball this evening. Jasper Wildcats lead the Panthers of Corydon Central 30-18. Jason, real quickly, what do you foresee coming up in the second half tonight?
Well, I think, you know, obviously we need to keep playing the way we've been playing, play with the same intensity. You know, I'm sure the coaching staff at halftime went over a few adjustments that they feel that we need to make. Biggest thing is to keep playing hard, play with some energy, keep playing good defense. Again, like we talked there a little bit before at the end of the first half, you know, we need to keep blocking out, keep rebounding well. Do the things that we've been doing to get us to this point in the game. So,
okay. Well, both teams are back on the floor to start the second half with their original starting lineups. For Corydon Central, Austin Vaughn, Bryce Weber, Nolan Abels, Anthony Martin, and Tyler Fessel. For the Cats, Heichelbeck, Foley, Young, Mundy, and Ernie. Panthers will have the basketball to start the second half. Near steal by the Wildcats. And it's still there by Heichelbeck. So the Cats pilfer the first possession from the Panthers here in the second half. Here, Young back over here to Tanner Ernie. Down low to Young. Young looking for Tanner. He finds him. Foley. Back over to Mundy. Oh, Mundy nearly slipped his foot, drug his foot and caused a turnover. Here's a three by Heichelbeck. No good. And Foley with the long rebound for the Cats. Cats a little patient on this first possession here, Jay.
Yeah, that's maybe one of the things that Coach talked about at halftime was, let's be patient. Let's run our offense.
Look for a good shot.
But, yeah.
Here's a three from the top of the key, up and in. Number 15 for the Cats, Carter Mundy.
And that's not a bad shot. We got it right out of the flow of our offense. It was after 4, 5, 6 passes, so that's a good shot.
11 points for the Wildcat guard. 33-18, Jasper with a 15-point lead. Martin with it. Drives the lane, puts a shot up, no good, gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's what we just talked about. We can't let that happen. Cut them off after they get that first shot.
Anthony Martin with 8 for the Panthers. He had 6 first quarter points on a pair of threes. Ernie in down low, Mundy. Here's Ernie again down the baseline. Reverse layup is up and in. So Tanner Ernie with his 6th point of the game.
When Tanner does that, he's at his best. The outside jump shot's not his best option, and when he takes the ball and goes to the hole, he's successful.
Vaughn with the miss on the Panthers end. Cats come back with it. Here's another three, up and in. Number 15, Carter Mundy with his second three-pointer of the half. He's got 14 points on 4 three-pointers and a 2-point basket. Back on the other end, a shot is put up and in by Anthony Martin, and he is fouled.
Martin's a nice player, especially when he does what he just did there. He's aggressive and goes to the hole. Foley's trying to guard him a little bit. And athletic-wise, he can stay with him, but he's not shooting free throws very well.
Wait a minute. We got a little confusion here. That should have just been one free throw, and everybody was standing around as a buzzer first sounded, as Jack Albrand was getting set to check back in. And then, did you catch what happened?
Yeah, it was a missed free throw.
It was a missed free throw, and then
they blew the buzzer, which they shouldn't have, because it was a live ball basically when he missed that free throw. And they blew the buzzer, and Albrand came in, and so now that the officials have the job of trying to decipher how you handle this, because I'm not exactly sure.
Who's going to get the basketball is the first question.
Well, who got the rebound?
Floyd. Floyd. I was thinking of Corydon Central got the first. No, they got the rebound, and they had to put basket put up and in. Which, of course, they have not put on the board yet, by no means. So
they're still trying to figure out what to do.
Let's see what the verdict is here.
See what they say.
Can't really hear, but it's going to go in Floyd Central's favor, I guess.
Corydon's going to get the basket, I guess.
Central. Yeah, Corydon Central with the. I don't know why I've got Floyd Central in my mind right now. Twice I said that. My apologies. Anyway, the Panthers will, I guess, get the points. Are they going to give them the points here? Because right now it's still. Right now I still have 22 on my sheet, and it's 22 on the board. He missed the free throw. John Gable's not happy they put the points on the board.
Yeah, he didn't like the explanation, but they gave him the 2 points, and I would assume they're going to let, well, they need to let Allbrand come into the game because the play stopped now, so he should be able to sub.
I'm not sure exactly who got the points. I believe it was Bryce Weber, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce Weber did get the points, so he's got his he's got his 8th point of the contest. Regardless, we're going to get started again here. Jack Allbrand is in the ball game for the Wildcats, who have possession of the basketball, and they lead it 38-24 with 5:10 to go. So the Cats with the basketball, 21, Bryce Weber with it, or it's going to be Grant Young with it. Down low, up and in is Tanner Ernie. Ernie with his 8th point.
And with this lineup that we have in, it was kind of like last night. Ernie's moved to the 4 position, so that gets him on the inside. And
Tyler Fessel with the layup.
Corydon's going to try to pick up a little full court. They did there a while ago. We did a good job of breaking it. We got lucky there. It was a bad pass and just happened to have somebody there to corral it. But
40-26 is our score. Jasper with the basketball, and there's a steal by Martin. Martin will take it up and in. Anthony Martin with his 12th point of the contest. 6 points here in the 3rd quarter. 40-28 now. 12-point ball game. Here is a 3 on the way. Up and in. Once again by number 15, Carter Mundy. His 3rd three-pointer here in the 3rd quarter, Jay.
Yeah, he's shooting the ball well this quarter.
5 in the contest. 17 points in the ball game for Mundy. And here's a 3 by number 50, or their big boy, number 55, Austin Vaughn, is no good. Mundy on the layup, no good. On the other end, Martin losing the handle. But coming up with it is Tyler Fessel.
That's one you got to finish. Carter got out on the break. He's got to be able to finish that
Here's
shot.
A 3 is going to be an air ball, but Martin comes up with it. Could not get the shot to fall. Vaughn underneath, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called on
Vaughn.
On Vaughn.
Yeah.
Actually, that's going to go on Abels.
Martin.
Anthony Martin. Okay.
Yeah, number 11.
(43-28) is our score. Jasper with a 15-point lead.
Things are getting a little hectic. We need to,
exactly. I'm having a hard time myself just kind of keeping pace with this.
They're running this little 1-2-1-1 press. You want to look to score off. First thing you want to do is look to beat the press, and then after you beat it, you want to look to score off of it.
Here's Heichelbeck with a shot, no good, and Vaughn comes down with the rebound.
The reason teams press is to try to get you to speed up and do things that you're not used or wanting to do.
Martin with the baseline floater is no good. 3 on from the corner. This time no good by Mundy. The Cats come up with the rebound. Mundy on the left wing. Allbrand in the top of the key.
That's a good job by Jack to settle things down, get into the offense. Be patient with the lead you have and things the way they're going. You just need to be patient and run your offense. Make a couple passes and look to get the ball inside. There it's inside. Now look, Gus needs to.
Here's an errant pass stolen by Martin.
No idea where he was trying to throw that.
Bryce Weber missed the layup. 43-28 score remains. We'll have a foul against the Wildcats.
Gus tried to make that pass, a cross-court pass, without looking that way or turning his body, and it didn't turn out so well.
Foul is going to be called on Jack Allbrand, number 13, his second team foul for the Cats. Bryce Weber has a pair of free throws coming. The first one is no good. Weber with 8 points tonight. Connor Foley back in the lineup, as is number 35.
Wilkins.
T-Mac Wilkinson. Weber looking for his 9th point. He gets that one, so 9 points for Bryce Weber. 43-29 with 2:20 to play in the third quarter.
Against that press, you want to try to get the ball to the middle of the floor because it's usually open, and once you get the ball to the middle of the floor, you can beat most presses.
Albrand on the right wing. Battle there between Foley and Abels. Cross-court pass to Albrand. Jack looks, deals it out to Mundy. Now with the basketball is Grant Young.
That's good. Just settle it down. Run your offense.
Foley finds Young, and a little 12-footer is up and in. 9 points for Grant Young. His first of the second half, first two of the second half. 45-29. Wilkinson finds Weber. Three on the way is good. Bryce Weber with a three-pointer. He's got 9, 10, 11, 12 in this ball game.
Reverse the ball, get it in the middle. There he is. Now attack. And that's what happens. You end up with a wide open shot. But, again, like I said, you don't want to force that because you beat the press, pull the ball back out, and run your offense. You've got a nice lead. All you're doing is you're wanting to run the clock, run your offense, and look to score.
Spencer Englert in the contest now for Jasper is Carter Mundy with 9 third-quarter points. Takes a little rest. He's got 17 on the night. The final minute of the third quarter. Pass is kicked by the Wildcats. Jack Albrand got a little footsie on it. Howard coming back in for the Wildcats. He'll replace Foley for the final 54 seconds of the third quarter. Fessel in the corner. Out to Weber. Here's a three from the left side, no good by Abels. Panthers come up with the rebound. Shireman to Abels, back to now this time to Weber. Weber inside the circle, tries to shoot it from the charity stripe, but he's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. It looked like Tanner might have got a hand on that and knocked it loose.
I was going to give him credit for the defensive pressure, but you're right.
Yeah,
I think he did get a little bit of hand on there.
We did what we needed to do, but the officials kind of misinterpreted that, I think. But we'll take it.
So 31 seconds to go, 45-32, with Jasper with perhaps the last shot of the third quarter. They lead this ball game by 13. And there's a steal by the Panthers. Layup up and in, good by number 21, Bryce Weber.
We got to take care of the basketball better.
13 seconds, 45-34. Howard, Albrand, Jack throws the ball away, and this time at the buzzer, the shot will not get off. So not the best of finishes for the Wildcats at the end of that quarter.
No, it wasn't. We're getting a little rattled by the press that they're putting on. We're kind of falling into that trap of hurrying, speeding things up. We just need to have somebody out there to gather the troops and slow things down and take care of the basketball.
So the Wildcats take a 34 lead into the fourth and final period of regulation here at Corydon Central. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this here on 18 WJTS. Back at Corydon Central High School, Kerry Schneider along with Jason Stom and Kenny Speed on the camera tonight for Jeremy Marcos. Fourth and final period of regulation underway. Jasper leads at 45-34. Down low to Heichelbeck, puts it up and in. Gus Heichelbeck with his 8-point. 47-34, Jasper with the lead. There's a whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Englert.
Personal foul, Jasper.
Spencer Englert with the hands of the.
His first personal, third team foul.
He'll pick up his first personal. Only the third team foul, fourth overall team foul called in the second half. Shireman with it. Abels, Wilkinson, Weber on the right wing. Fessel holds high, now on the dribble. Brings it down the lane, turns, spins, fires, no good, but a foul is going to be called on the Wildcats.
I believe Grant Young will pick that one up.
It will be Young, his second. So Young will send Fessel, I believe, to the line. First one is good. Fessel's got 6 points. One of only 4 Panthers to score this evening. All the Wildcats scoring has come from their original starting 5. Second one is good.
Yeah, it's pretty balanced amongst those 5, but you know, you're going to need some help off the bench down the road.
Englert off the bench into the ball game, throws it up the floor to Young. Young on the dribble. Finds Ernie down low, and Tanner cannot get the shot to fall. But he will go to the line after he is fouled.
Personal foul.
Foul is called on number 15, Nolan Abels, his first. As Tanner Ernie will go to the line to shoot 2. He has 8 points in this contest. Misses the first one, and Jack Albrand comes back in for Jasper. He will replace Grant Young. Ernie with another free throw coming. Gets that one to roll. 9 points for Tanner Ernie. 48-36, Jasper with the lead.
Need a nice defensive stop here.
That's what we'd like to see the Cats go on a nice little run to take full control of this ball game, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, you got a 12-point lead, but you got 6.5 minutes to go.
Nice spin as a shot is forced up by number 3, Tyler Fessel. Wildcats come up with it. We'll slow it down a little bit, hopefully, but we're going to whistle and a foul. Jump ball is going to be called as number 23, Owen Shireman, and was that Mundi?
Yeah.
Mundi got tied up for with the Wildcats.
Martin's back in for Corydon, and Foley's back in for Jasper.
Absolutely. Martin and Foley back in for their respective ball clubs. Jasper leads it 48-36. Martin with the 3 from the wing. No good. Heichelbeck with the rebound. Foley on the other end puts it up and in. It's Connor and Foley with his 7th point. First points of the second half for the Wildcats senior. 50-36, Cats by 14. Here's a 3. Off the mark, no good by Tyler Fessel, and the Wildcats have the basketball. I can see the Cats kind of settle it down a little bit here.
You need to, be smart right here. You've got a nice lead. You don't need to do anything foolish. Take care of the basketball. That's a kick.
Ball is kicked by number 21, Bryce Weber, as number 21 for Jasper, Grant Young, comes back in the contest, along with Austin Vaughn for the Panthers. Albrand, Young, Grant forces the shot up and in.
Yeah, he missed Gus. Gus was wide open on the low post, and Grant took the ball to the basket and was able to get that up.
9 points. I make that 11 points for Grant Young. 52-36. Jasper by 16. And a whistle.
Gus is going to pick that up.
Foul is going to be called on a double nickel Gus Heichelbeck, his second. 15 foul for the Wildcats. So the Panthers will have it underneath their own basket. Nolan Abels Finds Martin over on the right corner. Vaughn. Weber. Abels. Tries to find Weber. He loses the handle. Ball is loose. Scramble for it. Jump ball called, and it belongs
Jasper.
to the Wildcats. So the Cats will have the basketball on the turnover. The jump ball constitutes a turnover against the Panthers, and quick stoppage in the action with a little perspiration on the floor. We're under 5 minutes to play. Jasper with a 16-point, 52-36 lead.
Now we need to take care of the basketball. They're going to set up their press, break the press, and if you got a layup, you take it. If not, you pull it out and you run your offense.
Cats get it across the timeline. Mundi puts a shot up, no good, but he will be fouled. So right now the Cats, just like you said, Jason, need to control the ball, protect it. With their original starting 5 out there right now, Carter Mundi, who drew the foul, he leads all scorers with 17, looking for number 18. If he connects on this first one, he does. Mundi is 1 for 2, or 1 for 1 from the line, I should say. Go for 2 for 2, and he does. He's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. He's got 19, 54-36. Jasper with an 18-point lead. Martin from the charity stripe misses a shot, no good. Mundi comes down with the rebound. Grant Young will bring it up the floor. 4:20 to play. Allbrand. Young brings it down low, finds Allbrand in the corner. Grant with a 3 and hits it. Or excuse me, Jack with a 3. Grant Young to Jack Allbrand. Allbrand with the 3 puts the Cats up 57-36. 19-point lead for the Wildcats. Heichelbeck comes up with a loose ball, and the Wildcats have it, and the foul is going to be called on the Panthers with 3.5 minutes to play.
It's just going to come down to taking care of the basketball, hitting free throws if it gets to that 19-point lead, or 21-point lead, I guess.
Heichelbeck will take a seat along with Carter Mundi as Englert.
Howard.
And Howard. Okay, I was saying Howard now is back in the ball game. Jack Allbrand will bring the, whoa, almost with it over it back.
Yeah, that was, I think we got by with one there.
I think so. Okay, we'll take it. But nonetheless, the Cats have to maintain possession of the basketball. Foley to Allbrand. Allbrand inside the circle, whistle, and he's going to be called for traveling.
Yeah, I think we got by with one, and I'm not sure he traveled there.
I'm not, no comment.
Yeah.
Either way, the Cats with the 19-point lead with 3 minutes to go, nearing the 3-minute mark. Panthers need to attack the basket. Here's a shot blocked by Foley, and he has it, and he'll have it on the break. Foley takes it all the way for layup and a foul. So O'Connor Foley picks up his ninth point, actually, of the ball game, and we'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play. Foul was called on number 15, Nolan Abels, his third. Wilkinson back in the lineup for the Panthers. And in the contest for the first time tonight for the Cats is Charlie Cabrick. Connor Foley looking to finish off a three-point play. He does, and he will take a seat most likely for the rest of the night.
Bradley's in for him. So Coach Gable's getting some of the guys on the end there, a little bit of playing time. Bagley's going to get ready to check in.
So Drew Bradley for the Wildcats in. 10 points for Foley as the three is up and in by number 23, Owen Shireman, his second three-pointer of the day. He's got 6, 60-39. The Cats with a 21-point lead, and a foul is going to be called on Martin. So Anthony Martin picks up his third. Corbin Bagley, as Jason mentioned, comes into lineup now.
Took Jack's place.
(60-39) Jasper with the 21-point lead. 2:23 to go in the ball game. Here's Kabrick for three. No good. Long rebound. Comes back to the Wildcats. Kabrick again with another shot. This time he's short again. Under 2 minutes to go. Jasper 60. Corydon Central 39. Shireman out to Wilkinson. Down low. Loose ball. Coming up with it is Wiley. Shireman to put the shot up and good. Owen Shireman with 8 points. 1:20 to play. Engler loses the handle. It's knocked out of bounds.
Substitution for the Panthers, number 30, Cameron Freed.
Cameron Freed in the lineup. For the Panthers.
Carter Kaufman is too, number 22.
Nearing the 1 minute mark. 60-41. Here is Kabrick, drives to the hole, and he will be fouled and go to the line.
Personal foul, Corydon Central, number 33, Hunter Schmidt.
Hunter Schmidt will be called on the foul. Kabrick nails the first. His first points of the night. Next on the way is Hard off the rim. The back of the rim, no good. 61-41, 20-point lead for the Cats. 53 seconds to go. And the Wildcats on their way to their 6th victory of the year, their 4th straight. Corydon will fall to 2-5. Here's a three from the corner, no good. Kabrick comes up with it. 30 seconds to go. Cats will look like they'll run out the clock here with the last half a minute to go. Engler takes it to the hole, no good. Rebound tipped up and in by number 53. For the Cats, Cameron Howard with his first basket of the night. After seeing some quality minutes actually tonight, Jay.
Yeah, he did.
So it was kind of rewarding for him.
He's going to have to do that, a little bit with Beekler out.
And so the Cats are going to obviously need, like you said, hit him and some other kids to start to come through with the loss of Beekler. But the Cats pull out a nice 22-point victory, 63-41 here at Corydon Central tonight, Jason.
Yep. We talked about a couple keys to the game before, coming out and playing with a lot of energy and doing the things that we were successful with last night, and I felt like we did that for the most part. We played hard. We played good defense. First half, I thought we did an exceptional job of blocking out, and allowing them only one shot. Second half, it was a little bit sloppier, I think, but you're going to have that in games like this. We scored 30 in the first half and 33 in the second half, whatever it was. But, games like that, they tend to get sloppy at times. When you have a big lead, the intensity and the being able to control what's going on sometimes goes out the window. And so, this is a good weekend, to go on the road 2 times this weekend to Boonville and then up here to Corydon tonight and pick up 2 wins and go to 6-1 on the season. We're off to a good start. We just have to continue to get better in practice. I think I don't even know what our upcoming schedule looks like.
Well, coming up next week, right now this is it for after Christmas, because the Cats will be be back at home for their next game, but that's not until Central on December 29th.
Yeah.
So the Cats will be heading into the holiday break, at least for the Christmas part of it, with a 6-1 record before they head back home to take on Evansville Central between Christmas and New Year's.
And I think the coaching staff's got to be pleased. Obviously with the record, it's 6-1. That's good. But I think they got to be pleased as the way we're playing. I think we're playing real well. But you can't rest on your laurels as to where you're at. How did you get where you're at? You worked hard in practice and you continue to get better. And that's what we're going to have to continue to do. Some of the more formidable opponents are going to be coming up here, the second half of the season. So you're going to have to continue to get better to when you take on those teams, the New Albany and the Wrights and teams like that. It's not taking away anything that, to get where we're at 6-1. We've played some good teams. Bossy's pounding everybody that they're playing now. We've beat some good teams and deserve to beat 6-1. But again, like we said, you can't rest on that. You have to continue to work hard and get better and listen to the coaches and do the things that they tell you and continue to work and strive to be the best team and playing the best basketball you can the first part of March when it comes sectional time.
Well, and this is the point of the year, where you kind of maybe lose a little bit of focus, but you still you got a break coming up, with Christmas next week. You don't play again for another 11 days, actually. Then you take another break for New Year's. And then, as you said, actually the next 4 games are all conference games between Central Wrights right after New Year's, and then Lincoln, who struggled pretty bit this year. But then you head to North, so the conference gets a little brutal after a while here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's what we talked about. You're gonna have a couple tough opponents there, and they're on the road with Wrights and North. So you have to, and I'm sure the coaching staff will, give these guys a little bit of break. If I had to guess, I would say they'll take Monday off, maybe even Tuesday, and see where it goes from there. But like we said, you got to be pleased as to where we're at right now.
I'm not exactly sure when does the school exactly end this week before the holiday break. Wednesday is the last day. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, looks like we're going to have Jason Allbrand joining us here. We'll just go ahead and leave it here, Kenny, with Jason getting ready to grab a headset from Jay Stomp. Thank you very much again for joining us tonight, Jay. Jason Stomp to Jason Allbrand.
Hey.
Hello, young man.
How you doing, Kerry?
Good to see you, sir.
You too.
Okay. First of all, the fact that let's kind of talk about the whole weekend in general. First of all, kind of decisive victories that you had, but still things that you want to look at, even after victory tonight against Corydon Central by 21 or 22.
Yeah, anytime you can go 2-0 for the weekend, 2 road games, 2 I thought pretty physically tough teams. It wasn't always pretty, but I thought last night, I thought defensively we really locked down on Boonville and were able to execute our zone offense better than we had the previous 2 or 3 games. And then tonight we didn't see much zone at all. And a lot of times that second game isn't quite as pretty, and at times it was kind of ugly tonight. But we got off to a nice start. I think we were up 11-0, which we talked to the team about. When you go on the road, you can't wait. You can't wait. You got to get on them early and to not let the crowd get into it. And I thought we did a good job of building that lead early, and we're able to maintain it pretty well throughout the game. Pretty nice cushion. And
the ball game tonight against Corydon here. Obviously, Corydon itself record's kind of a little bit deceiving. They had some good athletes on that team that we had a little bit of work with. Well, they do. They have returned 4 starters from last year's team that came up to our place, and last year it ended up being a pretty close ball game. So they had quite a bit of their remaining team back from last year. Record-wise, they're 2-4. Not a great record, but they played some Memorial. They go to Memorial last weekend, I believe it was, and was 31-26 at half at Memorial. So they played some good teams well at times, and so we had to play well and do some things tonight to be able to come out on top, and we did. Well, in the scoring column tonight, pretty balanced, even though you had Tanner Ernie leading the way with 19 points. But up until the latter minutes, all you were getting your scoring was from the starters. But, obviously I'm sure you want to see a little more production out of your bench, especially going down the line. You lost Beekler a little bit. You're going to get some minutes, hopefully, for Howard. It's looking good. Yeah. Just to name a few. Yeah. And so forth. So you need to obviously – I'm sure you're looking for a little more scoring from the bench. So. Well, when Michael goes down, it's when you feel bad for him, but then it gives a chance, like a Cameron Howard, to take some minutes. And, it's different than playing JV, and so he's going to take a while to get his feet wet a little bit. But I thought both last night and tonight he came in and gave us some good minutes. And yeah, you got to be able to find scoring from more than just the 5 guys. But I do like the fact that we've been pretty balanced with those 5 guys. We're not relying on 1 or 2 guys to score all the points and help carry us to victory. So, we got guys, Gus and Connor, and Mundi hit some threes, and I thought Grant Young had another nice floor game. He just does a nice job of not getting sped up, and he sees the floor well. And some of the threes that Carter got in that left corner over there were a direct result of Grant kind of directing the ship into the middle of the paint, knowing exactly where his shooter was, and drew 3 guys and just calmly finds him. And he just got a nice calmness about him. I think that trickles down to the rest of the guys. We don't seem to get rattled out there, and a lot of that's to do with his presence. Well, that balanced scoring, again, Jason, just kind of alludes to what you were just talking about with with the way that Grant moves the ball and so forth, and just to kind of the flow of your offense is looking great. Well, it was. I thought at times tonight we were a little bit stagnant offensively. You play against the zone all night last night, and it's kind of we didn't really do a whole lot on the floor today. It was kind of like we kind of forgot how to run motion offense there for a few possessions, and they were doing a good job. They were switching some screens, and that always tends to cause a little bit of difficulty at times. You got to have to be aware of. It's just you train yourself as a basketball player when you're passing the ball, you throw to the cutter. Well, when teams switch, you typically are going to be looking for the guy that screens, and he's got to slip to the ball. And so the screener's got to be aware, the passer's got to be aware. And I thought a couple times tonight we did a nice job of that. So definitely got some things that we have to fine-tune. We've got a little break here. Our next game, I think, is the 29th. As I was telling Jason, it's 11 days from now. We don't hit the floor again until December 29th against Central. And as was leading to my next question, sorry, I didn't mean to really catch up, but I wanted to ask you, what's your schedule look like from here on, at least this week, with the holiday Christmas coming up? We'll probably go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're in school all 3 days. And then probably Thursday we'll take off 24, 25. I'm not sure where the weekends fall there. So there'll be some time off in there. But then we play the 29th, so you really can't. So probably 24, 25, 26, come back 27, 28. Yeah. Get ready for the 29th. And then we play again on the first day back at school, January the 4th, I believe, is a Tuesday. Yeah, that's right, Tuesday. Because obviously that New Year's Day will be off. I'm not there again, not sure where the weekends fall there. So there'll be a couple days they'll get off, but we don't have a lot of time just because we've got some games built in the middle of this break. Oh, man, I tell you what, speaking of those games, I mean, the next 4 games are conference matchups with Central, Rice, Lincoln, and North. Yeah, it's definitely going to be, we're going to see where we're at in the next 4 games. We're going to see, we're going to get exposed in some areas that we're not very strong in yet, and hopefully we'll be able to excel in some areas that we've gotten good at over the first 7 games, I believe it is. We're 7 games into the season, I believe. So, we've done some good things at this point. We talked them in the locker room that we can't be satisfied with where we're at.
we have to continue to get better because our schedule it gets tough. You know, you got Central, then you got Wright's down there. Wright's got a heck of a team, and Vincennes, it's never easy. Rivalry game, and then you have to go back to North, who also has a really nice club. So I really think these next 4 games are going to kind of let us see where we're at, and anything we need to get better. I think obviously we'll get exposed in those games.
So with a 4-game winning streak right now, you know, that's great to enjoy as you head to Christmas and so forth. But of course, you know the work is going to be cut out for you coming up. So
definitely, it's nice to be celebrating Christmas 6-1. That's for sure.
Absolutely. With that being said, congratulations on another victory tonight, Jason. Thank you very much for joining us, and Merry Christmas to you, Susan, and your family.
Well, same to you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Jason Albrand, our guest here on the post-game show. Once again, the final score: Jasper 63. Corydon Central 41. The Wildcats pick up their 4th straight victory on the year. They improve to 6-1, as Jason said, a good feeling 6-1 headed into the holiday break for Christmas coming up next week. That wraps it up here from Corydon Central. For Jason Stom, for Kenny Speed, thank you very much for filling in for Jeremy Marcos, who is joining the little holiday party with his family tonight. And on behalf of the family here at 18 WJTS, my brother Craig, our partner Jason Stom, and of course Jeremy Marcos and Kenny Speed again for filling in tonight. Now, my name is Kerry Schneider, wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Wildcats will take a break until December 29th, where they will host the Evansville Central Bears at the JHS Gym. We'll have that for you the next day at 8 o'clock here on 18 WJTS. Again, for Jason and Kenny, I'm Kerry. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. We'll talk to you then on the 29th. Good night, everybody.